Namaste everyone. Myself Divya G. We are doing the statistics, that is unit 5, analysis of univariate data. Analysis of univariate data. In the last class you have studied some basic concepts, that is introduction and classification, tabulation, etc. See there you have studied tabulation and classification for the survey, that means how to prepare the data. Now see here we are studying for the comparison purpose. For the comparison purpose what we need? We need a single value. That one we are going to study. Now before that you already studied that what do you mean by which one variable? Variable means what? Variable means a quantitative characteristics which varies from one unit to another unit, that is called as the variable. Here variable, why we are using variable means data with regard to a single variable, that is called as a univariate data. Data with regard to a single variable, See this one is called as the univariate data. So this is the univariate data. We are studying single variable, only one value, that means one figure we need, that is called as the univariate data. Therefore we are going to study univariate data, that is only analysis, that means calculation, analysis of univariate data. So under this we are going to study, that is one is measures of central tendency, next second one measures of dispersion. See central tendency means we can say that averages. Next dispersion, that is also we can say that variation. Next third one measures of skewness. This is also called as asymmetric. Next fourth one measures of pickedness. This is also called as this is a kurtosis, also called as pickedness. Measures of kurtosis, also called as pickedness. Okay. So these are we are going to study under analysis of univariate data. One is measures of central tendency, this one, another one dispersion, measures of skewness, and measures of kurtosis. These are we are going to study now. Measures of central tendency. So in the last class you have studied tabulation, classification, that one. There you are going on what you have done now? You are done finding the frequencies. Now see if there is a that is in order to reduce the complexity of the data, if there is a more values means what you have to do? We have to reduce that one in order to reduce the complexity of the data, and also for the comparison purpose. For the comparison purpose we are going to study this one, central tendency. For example marks obtained. So I will take in one of the school there is 100 students, and in another school there will be 80 students. I will take this one as group A and this one as group B. So, in the group A, marks obtained, I will write each one of them how many marks they have got, that is 72, 80, 85, 90, 74 etc. like this way. They have got like this way marks, and here 80 students they have got marks like this way 70, 95, 92, 60, 45, so on like this way. Like this way they have got. Now, can you tell which one is the better? Because I am not given other values. There are so many values till up to 80. 80 values are there. Here 100 values are given. So, by seeing these values, you cannot compare this one. Which one is the better? Which one is the better? So, what you have to do? You have to find out a single value here also and here also single value. If you are finding the single value, then it will become easy to say that which one is the better, which one is the better, A group or B group. For that purpose, that means to find out the one figure, we are using this measures of central tendency. Okay. Now, in the measures of central tendency, one of the objectives of averages is given. Central tendency, it is also called as averages. Objectives of central tendency. Objectives of central tendency. See, one of the objectives is to get a single value, to get a single value to represent the characteristic of the entire mass of data, Yes. Here also given that single value, to get a single value that represents the characteristic of entire mass of the data. So, in the central tendency I have told that we are finding the single value that gives the idea, of entire mass of the data, entire mass of the data. From there only we are finding the averages. Here, to get a single value to represent the characteristic of the entire mass of the data. This is the one of the objectives. Second one, to facilitate comparison. This is the another one. This is very easy. For the comparison purpose, we are using this one. We are going to use measures of central tendency. This one. Next, we will go for essential of a good averages. See here, in the essential of good averages, I am written 6 here, 7 points are there. First one, it should be easy. See, whatever we are going to use, the method or a formula that is very easy in the central tendency, easy to understand and simple to calculate. That is very easy to understand and simple to calculate. Next, second one, it should be based on all the observations. Means what are the values we have, we are using all the values for the calculation. Next, it should be well defined by a mathematical formula. See, what are the values we are using, or method we are going to use? What are the method we are going to use? That is in the mathematical formula. Then fourth one, It should not be affected by abnormal extreme values. It is not be affected. We will take example of say in the 10th standard you are going to write last exam. See that time what will be your age? That may be 15, 16 like this way. 14 it may be okay, but 15, 16 like this way. 15, 16 so on like this way. All the ages are 15, 16 in that age. One of the student, his age is 21, only one student, his age is 21. See, this is the abnormal extreme values, see 10th students, their age is all also 15 and 16 like that way only. That time, see if you are using only this one 15, 16 like this way, that time you will get 15 answer or otherwise 15.5 like that way. If one of the student is 21 means you won't get what is the value that is more in number. Here 16, 15 that won't you get. You will get something other values. See, therefore, this is the abnormal extreme values. That if like this way, these are all in the one group. One of the value is high or one of the value is less means that type of the data we can say that abnormal extreme values that does not affect for the calculation. This one does not affect for the calculation. Next, fifth one. It should be capable of further algebraic treatment. It should be capable for the algebraic. See, we are writing the formulas that is in the algebraic method. For that also we can use this which one, measures of a central tendency. Sixth one, it should possess a sampling stability. It should possess the sampling stability. So, for the calculation we need data. How we are find out the data? By the survey. See, sometimes we cannot use all the values for the calculation. Therefore, what you are going to do? We are doing the sampling. We are going to using the sampling method. This one, sampling method, random sampling, non-random sampling, like that way. We are using sampling method. So, for that also it should possess the sampling stability. For that type also we can use that one. Next, another one, seventh one, that it should not affected. It should not affected it should be easily calculated. For open end distribution. This one. It should be easily calculated for open end distribution also. Open end distribution means you have studied inclusive, exclusive and open end distribution. Under which one? Under there is a which one, that one? Discrete and continuous. Under continuous frequency distribution. Under continuous frequency distribution you have studied inclusive, exclusive, you know that one. But in the open end distribution, values, first values or last values, they won't give full values. Here less than 50 like that way, or in the last if they are going to write that time more than that is the open end distributions. It should be easily calculated. For that type also, that type of the data also we can calculate which one. For open end distribution also we can calculate which one? Measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency. These are the essentials of a good average. So, these points will repeat in the merits and demerits. Merits in the sum of the merits and demerits of averager, types of averagers. Therefore, carefully see and carefully read these points. This one is very important. Next, we will go for what do you mean by central tendency? Central tendency. See, central tendency means it is a property. Central tendency means it is the property of concentration of the values around a central value. Around a central value in a data. Central tendency means what? Property of concentration of the values, concentration of the values around a central value, There are so many values, from that value only we are finding the averages. That means we are getting the single value from the concentration of values, that is around a central value in a data. That is called as the central tendency. Next, what do you mean by averages? Averages means measures of central tendency. So, this is only central tendency here, measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency means to get, or it is a single value that represents the entire mass of data. See this one, averages. Averages means measures of central tendency. Here central tendency means it is a property of concentration of the values around a central value in a data. Averages means it is a single value which was representing from a entire mass of the data, After calculation we are getting only one value, that is called as the averages, measures of central tendency. Next, types of central tendency. So, already you have studied types of central tendency, different or various types of central tendency, which are types of average. We can say that averages, I will write averages, that means measures of central tendency. Types of averages, one is arithmetic mean, AM, arithmetic mean is the AM, or we can say that Ankaganita Sarasari. Second one, median, means Madhyanka, Third one, mode means Bahulaka, like that way. Fourth one, geometric mean, Gunottara Sarasari. Next, harmonic mean, Haratmaka Sarasari. Here, arithmetic mean AM, this is GM and this is HM. This one. Here, arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. These three are, that is arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean. See, these three are mathematical averages. These three are mathematical averages. Mathematical averages. Mathematical averages. And other two, that is median and mode. Median and mode. See, these two are positional averages. Positional averages. So, I am written there essential of good averages. So, I am told that some of the merits and demerits, you have to write again. Here arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean, there it is based on all the values. We have to use all the values for the calculation, but here median and mode we are not using all the values. So, it is not affected for the abnormal extreme values, and also it is not affected. Affected means no need of taking that easily calculate, that is it is easily calculated for the open end distribution also. That means, if one of the values is missing in the first or in the last, then also we can calculate median and mode. It is not affected. It is not affected. Such type of data is given, that is open end distribution is given, means for that also we can calculate easily which one, median and mode. But arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean, here all the values are taken for the calculation. Therefore, if one of the values is missing, means that means for the open end distribution we cannot calculate. Okay. That is the mathematical averages, and this one is the positional averages. Next, see types of averages under here. Arithmetic mean, we are studying arithmetic mean. In the arithmetic mean, simple arithmetic mean, and another one weighted arithmetic mean. So, arithmetic mean two types. One is a simple arithmetic mean, another one weighted arithmetic mean. See, simple arithmetic mean means data. See, what are the data you are going to use? We are giving equal importance for that one. We are giving equal importance, and that means we can say that unweighted arithmetic mean. Here in the weighted arithmetic mean, in the weighted we are taking only important items only. That means the relative importance, relative important items are taken for the calculation. Now, simple arithmetic mean, here simple arithmetic mean means simple arithmetic mean. Simple arithmetic mean, here arithmetic mean calculated for a data giving equal importance to all the items in the data. To all the items in the data for a data giving equal importance. We are giving equal importance to all the items in the data. We are giving equal importance for all the items. Next, second one, that is weighted. Weighted arithmetic mean. See, weighted arithmetic mean means average computed giving weightage. Giving weightage to the different items in the data according to their relative importance. To their relative importance. Average computed giving weightage, we are giving weightage to the different items. So many items are there, various items are there. So in that data according to their relative importance. The best example is that grocery items. When you are selecting the grocery items for the calculation, for the survey of that is cost of living index number, we can say for that one, for the calculation of cost of living index number, there is a basket of goods and service. That means for the calculation that items we are going to select. See, that time important items only we can use for the calculation. We cannot use all the items. That means salt we can use, milk, no need of taking coffee, tea, etc. In some of the home they are not using coffee or that tea. So, okay, here imported items you can say that salt, milk, next oil, education, then house rent, etc. like that way. So, these are the important items we can take in the calculation of cost of living index number. See, grocery item, that milk, salt, sugar, rice, etc. like that way we can take. That is only relative importance, only relative important items are used for the calculation. That is the weightage arithmetic mean. Okay. Next, we are going for the calculation of arithmetic mean. Calculation of arithmetic mean that we will do in the